A little bit of a warmer day today. Of course, we had the clouds as we started the day. The sunshine broke through those clouds and temperatures spiked up into the mid-80s, and that's where we are right now. Radar is sweeping clear, though we are tracking just a couple of showers out towards Lynchburg and a larger cold front that is off towards the north and west we talked about at the top of the broadcast. But if you're just joining us, you can see this line of showers and thunderstorms. That's a front that'll slide through here tomorrow, but ahead of it, we could see an isolated shower thunderstorm, especially in some of the northern parts of the area. You'll be able to see that here on Futurecast. It's also calling for an isolated shower across North Carolina. It's overdoing that. But in general, through the rest of the evening, southerly winds keeping temperatures well into the mid-80s. But notice off towards the north by 7, 8 o'clock could be an isolated shower or a thunderstorm. Front still well off towards the north, but we could see ahead of it that isolated shower storm later tonight. Then things will sort of wind down as we start the day tomorrow. We start the day with those southwesterly winds, but notice right through here that wind shift, how here the winds are coming in out of the southwest and here the northwest. That's the cold front that'll slide through here tomorrow. Now it'll move through mainly as a wind shift line and a few clouds and give way to mostly sunny skies into the afternoon, but those winds switching around towards the north will drop temperatures a little bit. We'll be once again in the mid-80s, but the humidity will be lower as well. The exception might be across areas of North Carolina along and south of the Albemarle Sound, a little closer to where that front will stall. Could be a couple of isolated showers into the afternoon, but skies will clear out by tomorrow evening and looking like a beautiful evening tomorrow night. And Friday's looking like a great day, starting off with temperatures in the 60s, but with those winds out of the north and northwest, it'll be another day with lower temperatures and lower humidity, highs only around 80 to 82 degrees. As we take a live look outside from this morning, 6:05, we had the cloudy skies. This is our camera on top of Nauticus looking across the Elizabeth River towards Naval Medical Center Portsmouth. Cloudy skies through 10, 11 o'clock. Then we started to see some blue break through the clouds, and now we're looking at partly sunny skies and those temperatures that are up into the mid-80s. Officially, we're at 85 degrees at Norfolk International Airport, a westerly wind at 9 miles per hour. Humidity 65%. It's muggy out there. Dew point 72. Starts to feel a little tropical once you get over 70 to 75 degree dew points. And other temperatures, 83 in Richmond, 85 in Hertford, 82 Melfa, 86 in Williamsburg, 74 a little bit cooler there in Moyock near the water, 81 in Duck, and 82 in Wachapreague. So for tonight, an isolated thunderstorm early, especially off towards the north, 73, muggy and warm, and tomorrow seasonable with mostly sunny skies up to 85. 68, partly cloudy and comfortable tomorrow night, and low humidity with partly to mostly sunny skies on Friday. Northerly winds switching around towards the east as we get into the afternoon. And then on Saturday, we start to warm right back up to 85 degrees with mostly sunny skies. And for Father's Day Sunday, 89. It's going to be a hot one, but mostly sunny. Mostly sunny, and then 92 on Monday, 93 Tuesday with a chance of a few isolated thunderstorms, say about a 1 in 4 chance. Same thing on Wednesday as the heat continues with highs around 90.